Hey, how you doing? Mario Marco here. I'll just put that away. What kind of piece of paper is that? Stupid. It's gonna expire anyway, so yeah, as you can see, here is my Legend of Zelda shirt. It's one of the new shirts that I got. And recently I got myself 2 new games and a new shirt. But that's a story for another time. So anyway, here I am with part 3 of my reaction to GeForce Top 100 video games of all time. So, if you don't believe me, here it is. See? Legit. Okay. Let part 3 begin. I think they should really make more shows like these.
From Mario to Master Chief,
that game was awesome.
8-bit to high def. The battle is on.
I always love that uppercut.
Heroes versus assassins.
It's alright, I just want to play along.
Toughest bad guy in the game.
Boom shakalaka!
We're counting down the top 100 video games of all
sorry, I have that feeling stuck in my head.
This is basically like a quest.
Robin Williams, may he rest in comedy.
Pitfall Harriet.
I love shooters. Best game of all time is Mario Party.
Skyrim is a way of life.
Best game of all time.
How is Skyrim a way of life?
Portal is the best game on the planet.
I got really hooked on that game.
Whoa. Literally all video games are a way of life, not just Skyrim. But not into Skyrim. Ha ha ha, that is sweet.
Up, down, down.
Left, right, left, right.
B-A-B-A, select start.
What was that, cheat code?
Contra.
Contra.
I still love that game. Nintendo, old school.
We're classic.
I consider Contra to be a mixture of Rambo and Predator mashed up to one.
Man, Contra was always one of the best games ever.
Oh, good memories of
Yeah, hardest but bestest games ever
No,
made.
Contra was released to arcades in 1987. It's probably the version ported to the NES the following year that most gamers remember.
Yep.
The cover was just 2 Schwarzeneggers. Yeah. Just going.
Yep.
Started with
They're
just
going.
you somersaulting into the jungle,
Yeah.
and then you would just immediately shooting aliens. Now think about it, Contra was pretty much Predator.
Up to that point, I'd played
Yeah, that's
games like
true.
Zelda and Mario. They were all cute little Nintendo games. And along comes this game with these badass kind of Rambo Marine-looking guys with these crazy laser weapons against these insane aliens from space. Needless to say, it won my heart over.
My favorite weapon was the spread shooter.
Spread gun would be like
Yep. Spread gun fires multiple bullets everywhere. Like a shockwave, you know, like.
Get the S symbol and you got the spray gun, and that was always the gun you needed to, always consider this.
I always recommend the spread gun for Contra.
He was always good.
Contra was an extremely difficult game. These are the kind of games when you were young.
Hardest,
in the 80s
but
and 90s,
very
that
cool
you'd just
game
be
either
willing
way.
to play these masochistic experiences.
Play that game forever. It took me probably like 2 years to beat it.
I had to use the code to beat it. Otherwise, I would never have beaten it.
For most players, the only way they ever beat Contra was using the Konami code.
Up, up, down, down, left, right,
Still
left, right.
sounds like a cheat code to me.
Or select start.
Up, down, left, right, BA, select, start.
Up, down, left, right, B-A-B-A, select start 2-player.
At this point, I would usually just start slamming the controller around.
Not everybody can master the Konami code because at this point, like you said, just start slamming the controller. Oh man.
Next up, a game that followed a simple formula. Point, click, laugh. At number 59, it's Maniac Mansion 2, Day of the Tentacle.
Why is this game amazing?
Oh my god, Day of the Tentacle? This game was amazing!
Maniac Mansion 2, Day of the Tentacle is an example
Okay,
of
I never even heard
worst
of
game.
Maniac Mansion Day of the Tentacle.
Released for the PC in 1993 by LucasArts, Maniac Mansion 2 is a point-and-click adventure game that follows Bernard Bernoulli and his pals as they try to thwart
Bernoulli.
Tentacle's plans to rule the world.
Oh my god.
Could take on the world.
Oh, so that's what Day of the Tentacle stands for. Mobile, portable, hopping squid tentacles.
Tentacle is funny to say, also funny to fight.
Only Tim Schafer would make
Point
a
and
game
click.
called Day of the Tentacle.
I often refer to Day of the Tentacle as the last time I had fun making games.
If Maniac Mansion 2's storyline wasn't silly enough already, players progressed through the game using a malfunctioning time machine made from a portable puzzle.
Bernard, float over here so I can punch you.
It's like every guy who follows Bernard really wants to punch him silly.
Much more than that.
I mean, obviously we had to do a lot of really rigorous scientific research to figure out all the time travel aspects of that game. Because I think it's got a lot of respect of a lot of very serious physicists.
This must be that Woodstock place Mom and Dad are always talking about.
Maniac Mansion 2 Day of the Tentacle was a groundbreaking fusion of comedy and gaming, and will forever hold a cherished place.
You could put comedy in any game you want.
It's one of the few games where I just
Put
remember
comedy in
laughing out
movies
loud so
into
many
the same
times while
games.
playing the game. It was just so
Hate to
ridiculous.
admit it, but Day of the Tentacle is living proof.
Laughing, spitting up things out of my nose, and just like the ridiculousness of time travel, and I always have a warm place in my heart for Dave.
Oh damn, not another
Titles that
PC
proved
game.
a massively multiplayer game was not only possible,
I mean, damn, not another
but
PC
incredibly
RPG.
fun. At number 58, a world that is Ultima Online.
Ultima? Why the hell? It's awfully like Sid Meier's Civilization and Baldur's
Pretty
Gate
much
too.
the only game I played in college.
It just changed the whole way we look at video games.
Released in 1997, Ultima Online pushed the boundaries of
came out
gaming
the
and
year of
social
Tony
networking
Ouija's
to
birth.
help create a new genre with an ever-evolving game world, a user-driven economy, and player versus player combat.
We could see the emergence of the internet. We could see the emergence of this connectivity. We knew already the power that would be there if we could create a successful game.
Richard Garriott, who took his Ultima money and built himself a castle and sent himself into space. He made that much money from Ultima because it was that popular.
Ultima is a franchise that, I mean, defined RPG gaming. There's a lot of things that owe a debt of gratitude
Yeah.
to Ultima and what it did.
Still looks like homework.
Next,
Oh, yeah.
a franchise that enraptured millions of kids.
It was an insidious game.
Oh my
Stole the
god, I knew they'd put this in there
Number
someday.
57, gotta catch 'em all. It's Pokemon Red and Blue.
Gotta catch them all!
And you're like,
Oh my god, Pokemon.
to go
Man.
and hunt and catch and collect all the Pokemon.
Best dynamic
This
duo of
was
games
a
ever made.
must-have game for the Game
Red,
Boy.
blue,
Because
yellow,
you catch all of
you
them,
name it.
150 plus Pokemon, and then
Walk
play
around
against each other.
and battle Pokemon with other Pokemon, catching rare legendaries.
Pokemon Blue and Pokemon
Oh
Red.
my God.
This game
What's
was
more
around the
epic than
globe to
that?
Pikachu, everyone's favorite yellow electric mouse.
Oh,
Wait,
nice.
he was a mouse?
Pikachu!
I've always felt that Pokemon had something to do with retribution for World War II.
That's stupid. That has nothing to do with retribution in World War II.
Apparently, the Japanese are still fighting the war.
That's stupid.
Whether you were
That didn't
down with
happen.
Pikachu or not, there's no denying that tons of other people were.
They weren't fighting the war.
first
They
Pokemon game is
surrendered.
the best-selling RPG of all time.
I
Yep.
have so many fond memories of like, going at, like, about
Yeah,
different
me
places
too.
and, like,
Going around, battling
Pokemon.
gym leaders,
Every
Elite
single
Four,
game, I loved it. Every
champion,
single
capturing main
Pokemon.
legendaries or whatsoever.
I
Oh,
love it.
man.
It's just one of those
There's
games
one
that
rule
you
I had to do is to never, ever, ever kill legendary and rare Pokemon. Only
Coming
catch
up
them.
next,
Weaken them, then catch them.
Valkyrie needs food.
it's time to throw down the gauntlet and take on one of Disney's toughest baddies.
That's another vein popping out of my head.
Plus, we catch up to the fastest blue hedgehog on the planet. But first, although Contra made it famous, which game was the Konami code invented to help defeat? The answer was
Yes! Hadouken!
Get ready to bust out your best.
Oh, wait, Hadouken! Sure you can!
At number 56, it's Super Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, they didn't put it in the arcade edition because they had 4 extra characters in
Games
there.
were all but KO'd when Capcom released Street Fighter 4 in 2008.
Okay, Daddy.
Well, in 2008,
Justin Wong, one of the legendary Street Fighter champions
when
ever
Street Fighter
lived.
4 came out, it brought back everyone together. It brought everyone back to life.
SF4 brought fighting games back to life, but it was Super Street Fighter 4 that set the bar for what a
They should have
modern
put it
brawler
in the.
could be.
They should have put in the arcade
Back on the
edition.
sticks.
Seriously.
It's the biggest time in the history of Street
Oh,
Fighter.
another Street
Everybody
Fighter
knows
champion, Mike Ross. Never heard of him.
The old when Street Fighter
Ah,
first
Sir
came
Michael
out,
Clark Duncan.
That's when it was easy. Now it's reached too many levels for even me to hang with.
So he too is a Street Fighter
I
fan.
love playing at sumo because I can't play it at
All the legendary fighters: Ryu, Ken,
super flappy arm.
E Honda, Blanca, Gaio, Chun-Li, Zangief, Balrog, Vega, Sagat, M. Bison, Fei Long, T-Hawk, DJ, Cammy, Akuma. Man, all those legendary fighters. Gotta respect Street Fighter. Oh, and Dawson.
Next, an unlikely collaboration that yielded
The
one of the
hell?
most original games in years. At number 55,
Kingdom Hearts?
Kingdom Hearts.
Man, Kingdom Hearts. Allow me to demonstrate.
Yeah, when I first heard about Kingdom Hearts, I had no idea that there was like a crossover between Final Fantasy and Disney.
Giant Squaresoft and Disney.
Kingdom Hearts was one of the pinnacles of.
I find that hard to believe that they, at Square Enix, the studio behind Final Fantasy, would actually do an unlikely collaboration with Disney characters. Who would have thought that they would pull off a game like that and cross over into the Disney universe? How is that even possible? I mean, I find that hard to believe, and I thought some things like that would never be accomplished.
Kingdom Hearts. And I was excited to get to see
And you use the giant key as a sword? That's the most awkward weapon of choice I've ever seen.
To the Little Mermaid.
Either way, you get to fight among your most favorite characters you grew up watching throughout the Disney movies.
Blending of diehard gamers
Mickey,
and
Donald,
Disney fans
Goofy,
resulted in a successful new
Aladdin,
franchise.
Simba.
An entire generation of Kingdom Hearts.
Man, it's pretty unlikely group. It's pretty memorable, but unlikely at the same time.
I guess I could give that a try.
I was like, "You play Kingdom Hearts?" And he's like, "Yeah, I play Kingdom Hearts." That was like our comment.
The game is just amazing. It got hardcore gamers, it got young kids who had never really played RPGs like that involved, and I wish they would do more stuff like that nowadays.
Maybe they should. Pierce Maleficent. What kind of game is this?
We head back into the dungeon with number 54, Gauntlet.
Gauntlet?
It was one of the main.
Why do they call this one
games at
Gauntlet?
the skate park I grew up at. So I would hear it in the arcade every day. Like Warrior is about to die. Valkyrie needs food.
So it has catchphrases?
Gauntlet hit arcades in 1985 and blew gamers away with its ability to let 4 people play at the same time.
Also, this is the first arcade game with 4 co-op multiplayer at the same time.
True multiplayer experience.
Okay.
Gauntlet, that's a party.
Okay, well, we got 4 friends with you. Boom.
Valkyrie needs food badly.
Now, why would they need food, man?
You would pick 4 different characters.
What are they gonna do? Are they gonna starve
the
to
warrior,
death?
the Valkyrie, the wizard, or the elf, and we would always let the elf die.
Now, why would you let the elf die? Isn't that kind of racist?
I don't know why.
Warrior needs food. Warrior is about to die. Warrior.
No, that depends.
Warrior needs food. Absolutely. I like to play the wizard. The wizard's my favorite.
Gauntlet was great.
Gauntlet redefined what co-op gaming could be and gave
You know what?
players their first
I'll
glimpse
admit,
at the multiplayer
set the standard for each and every co-op games to come.
I think I put like $20 in.
If it wasn't for Gauntlet, it wouldn't exist today.
Now for the game that
What is this,
shaped
The
way we look
Matrix?
at first-person shooters and RPGs.
Okay, so an RPG. What is it, The Matrix?
Deus Ex.
Oh, it's Deus Ex. It literally looks like The Matrix to me because this guy was wearing dark black suits and wearing dark black shades. It definitely looked like Matrix to me, but I don't know why they call that one Deus Ex, but it's literally like a spiritual spin-off successor to the Matrix to me. Another release at the dawn of the 21st century.
Dystopian vision, along with its compelling blend of genres.
Deus Ex that kind of embraced that kind of cyberpunk technology that a lot of authors had kind of explored, but video gamers hadn't really played with up until that point.
Deus Ex ushered in a new era.
Who's he supposed to be?
Suddenly,
Agent Wesker or Agent Smith?
With each decision impacting the storyline.
Well, Smith's from Matrix and Wesker's from Resident Evil.
Your own way. You weren't just
Who FYI is literally blown by a bazooka in RE5.
Puzzles in any number of ways. They could sneak past the giant mech, they could take it down with combat, or they could hack it and reverse it and make it fight for them. I don't have time for
Oh, so you get to hack into drones and bend them to your will?
going through this
Okay, that's nice.
and looking for a solution.
It's like they're inspired by RoboCop.
It is the start of making choices, and making choices matter to gamers and affect
So
on
you
how
get to
the
make
games
choices?
are perceived and played.
I'd rather be hero. Being villain, there's no fun in that. Oh, you shoot aliens, that's clever.
Coming up next.
I got it. I finished it. I'm addicted.
It's Angry Birds. Everybody is.
Takes aim at a rock and roll superstar.
Play a lot of Rock Band in my
Oh,
Plus, the Mario
Rock
title that
Band. Nice.
changed gaming forever.
It was mind-blowing. I've never seen anything like it.
Oh my god. This came out of my birth. Year of my birth. Whoa, wait.
So did his ability to jump.
Oh, Rock Band.
A game that truly rocks.
Which one is it?
Rock Band 3.
The third one, because, you know, third time's the charm.
Vicariously through that game. My girlfriend's super into that, so we play a lot of Rock Band in my house.
Released in 2010, Rock Band 3 introduced awesome new features like 3-part harmonies, a realistic pro mode, and a keyboard.
Oh, so this is the first music game which literally single-handedly has every single instrument. First the guitar, bass, drums, mic, and now they finally add in the keyboard. That's the missing piece that everybody's yearning
Now,
for.
I didn't really think that I would get that hooked into like the music games, but the execution of Rock Band, plus the library of music, you can go online and always find some bands you really like and download it.
Thanks to its variety of downloadable tracks, Rock Band 3 has endless replay value. And even some real rock bands are downloading their own music to dominate the game. Well, almost.
I definitely suck. I got like probably 70% on my own singing, and it was like, it can't be like that. I know this part, I sing this part.
Yeah, so I failed Rock Band at my own song. That was the unfortunate truth.
Moment of silence.
Oh,
But I thought it was hilarious.
I didn't think it was. I was like, we're gonna.
Real life rockers try to sing their own songs in Rock Band games, but sometimes failed, sometimes successful, which is hilarious.
Real life rocker or virtual virtuoso, Rock Band 3 proved that anyone can be a star.
Yep. And musical games like these would literally inspire you to pursue your own music careers. From singer to band member to dancer to whatever. No matter what instrument you play.
Next on the countdown, a sequel that surpassed the original with more action, more hilarity, and more delightful weaponry. Should I have a look? At number 51, it's Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, Ratchet and Clank, one of the legendary PlayStation mascots.
2003 for the PlayStation 2, Going Commando featured Ratchet, who was a... wait, what the hell was he exactly?
Yeah.
Some sort of rodent.
What is he? A little baby mini leopard?
Like a spaceman?
Well, whatever he may be, Ratchet
You know
teams
what?
up with his
I
robot
don't care what kind of
peace and
cat
justice to the
pet
galaxy.
animal he is, as long as he's out there saving worlds.
For the sequel, we had to figure out what
spoiler
we could do to top all the crazy
Ratchet and
weapons
Clank
that we had.
finally make their own feature film in their own right way.
Or you might have like a giant rocket launcher. My favorite gun is, of course, the Sheepinator. You get to turn enemies into sheep.
Now, who would use a weapon that turn anyone into sheeps?
Ratchet and Clank Going Commando.
You know what? Who cares? As long as it helps.
It's a one irresistible game.
A really important aspect of Ratchet and Clank for us.
I guess I'll turn Ratchet into Mr.
That's
Irresistible.
reflected in the story, it's reflected in the character design, it's reflected in the weapons.
and is certainly reflected in the game's titles.
My word, you young people are so fresh these days.
There are a lot of inappropriate references, except they're
How are there inappropriate references?
So the kids aren't going to get it, and the adults are sitting in the back being like,
That's cold and rude. Ha ha ha! Sonic's name speeds his game.
Gave Mario a run for
Yeah, I
his
just said. Yeah, I just said it.
At number 50, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh yeah.
The Hedgehog.
Yeah, more definitely Sonic.
Sonic was awesome.
I love Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh man, this year I remember this year now marks the 25th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh man, that is just beautiful.
Sonic the Hedgehog is the first game that made you rethink how much you loved Mario.
Sonic was the Mario Brothers for the Sega Genesis.
I used to play it almost every day.
First it was Mario from Nintendo, and then came Sonic from Sega. And then came along Rayman from Ubisoft.
Back to the glory days when I used to be good at video games, and I thought that one day I could see.
Fun fact: before Sonic the Hedgehog, Sega used to have a previous mascot named Alex Kidd, who has this big giant fists to punch anything into nothing.
When Sonic the Hedgehog came out,
but the Sega wanted a very different, popular mascot, and that's when Sonic the Hedgehog came in, and then boom. That's how he and Mario became legendary rivals in video game history.
Sonic the Hedgehog was the first game that
Fastest, feisty, and most even cute character ever. Gotta love the theme. Whenever you play the game, you hear Sega, and then he pops out and then just waving his finger. Nobody will ever get rid of that ringtone, even if it's stuck in their head for realsies.
And next on our countdown, a game that's probably in your pocket right now.
Yeah, maybe in my pocket. Well, used to be, but not anymore.
Madly addictive puzzle game, Angry Birds.
Angry Birds. Fun fact: they most recently released an Angry Birds movie. Anybody can get their hands on it, even the sequels. Anybody can be addicted to them.
Played for about 1 year straight.
Angry Birds was the world's response to bird flu. We took the
Bird flu?
heads of diseased poultry and we launched it.
That's stupid, man. It doesn't even make sense. How is that a response to some damn flu?
I hate those pigs.
Yep, it's birds versus pigs. You know, like bazooka! Yep, crash landing on pigs until they poof to nothing.
I remember I was playing it for a while. And
Yeah, it feels like playing Jenga to knock down every single block.
I can honestly say I've completed all levels, 3 stars.
Angry Birds has guided me through many airports and flights and waiting rooms.
It could guide you places like airports, flights, waiting rooms, restaurants, shopping malls, whatever.
Playing Angry Birds in traffic. I wouldn't do that, people.
The Angry Birds franchise has just passed 1 billion downloads.
That's one hell of a record. Beating the record from Words with Friends. Thank God.
Regularly,
Words with Friends downloaded 10 million times. So Angry Birds over 1 billion downloads.
Like the Christmas Angry Birds, the Halloween Angry Birds.
If you're up to me to choose either Words with Friends or Angry Birds, my vote would always definitely be Angry Birds. Words with Friends, obviously rip off a Scrabble, but no way am I getting.
Coming up next, Bo knows Tecmo.
You try to get 99 yards per every rush.
Like Rockstar knows the Old West.
Ah, the Old West. We got a Lone Ranger coming up, I think.
And is blackmailed by his government. Just the story of my life.
Plus, Mario has to save the princess again.
Yep.
Mario really wants.
Wants to catch stars, beat up Bowser as many times as he wants, save and eventually marry Princess Peach, which we're all hoping that would happen, but we'll have to wait in the very future.
Before the break, we asked,
oh snap, I almost forgot.
Also hold rings. It helps regulate the growth of your button mashing digits. You don't need sick graphics and epic storylines to make our list. All you really need is Bo Jackson.
Bo knows everything. Bo knows
baseball, you know, it's football.
Okay, who the hell is Bo Jackson?
Oh, no, Tecmo Bowl.
Sprinting its way to number 48, Tecmo Bowl.
Tecmo Bowl?
Tecmo Bowl was my favorite.
So it's a football game for the NES?
It's a great game. Tecmo Bowl was one of my favorites.
Released for the NES in 1989, Tecmo
That's
Bowl
funny.
became the football title of choice.
Tecmo Bowl was dope because it was like the first game where they had a season in the sports games.
I was a big Bears fan, and Tecmo Bowl was the first game where I realized you could do like entire seasons, and man, that was the game changer. Where you could all of a sudden go, I could do the Bears and try to do the Bears all the way through the year. I used to do sleepovers with friends, and we would go from like 9 at night to 3 in the morning.
They had like maybe 4 or 5 teams, 6 teams, 4 or 5 plays. You just had to make it happen.
If they picked the same plays you did, you were screwed. And if you picked the right plays, a touchdown.
I don't never like to run the ball. I just like throwing it. It was never a time where they don't catch the ball. It was either caught by the person or intercepted. It was never really no incomplete passes when we played Tecmo Bowl.
Tecmo Bowl was amazing though because there were superstars in football at the time, and they felt like superstars. And
Oh, Bo Jackson is one of them.
Right there. Like, he caught everything.
But the most famous superstar in Tecmo Bowl history was Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson was the best player.
If you have Bo Jackson on your team, you are set. You give him the ball every time, feed him the ball all day long. He will cruise through the line of scrimmage, and you kick outside to the bottom of the screen, and you go.
Go all the way up, and you go all the way across, and you try to get 99 yards for every rush. It must have been in his contract that he was just 10 times faster than every other player.
Bo Jackson was one of the guys on there that was just unstoppable.
Oh, so in NBA 2K11, he plays LeBron James if you want to be number 1. And Tecmo Bowl, if you want to be number 1,
It was
so play
fantastic.
Bo
It was
Jackson.
the first football game I ever played, and I still own it to this day.
Oh, what the hell is that?
Attracts millions. At number 47, Step Into Myst.
Myst?
I think Myst is one of the most influential games of all time.
Oh, it's not. Looks like a freaking blueprint.
A PC adventure game released in 1993, Myst gradually and hypnotically revealed its secrets.
When that game came out, it was so beautiful.
It's just a freaking blueprint puzzle PC game, which no way in hell am I playing that.
And the sound effects.
I just knew I would take up too much of my life. Like, I wouldn't be here on television. I'd be sitting in an apartment alone in Burbank still playing Myst. And just covered in Cheetos.
There were no enemies to fight, and your avatar couldn't die. Just a seriously weird island to explore, and puzzles.
Yeah,
upon
so
puzzles
weird
to
there's
crack.
no way I would set foot.
It's all problem solving, all puzzles, no shooting.
It was kind of a choose your own adventure, but with puzzles. And somehow they managed to make these still images really engaging. I don't know, there's something about just looking at a screenshot going, what is it? Is there a lever?
There was something about it that was enchanting and it almost.
I don't know what makes Myst so very special to make it to the list, but
that's all I
I don't want to
It
know.
was so beautiful.
Even now, like, if I'm somewhere and I'll be like, man, this looks just like Myst.
It's off to the Wild
I'm
West.
familiar with this next one.
Number 46, the immersive open-world Western adventure, Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, I'm gonna play with Red Dead Redemption. Dude, feels like you're riding as the Lone Ranger, traveling throughout the entire Old West and ancient
Red Dead
past.
Redemption put players in the dusty boots of John Marston and dropped them in the middle of a modern spaghetti western.
John
Yep, you gotta love the Old West's history of weapons and guns and buildings or whatever.
How badass your protagonist is, that he can slow
And he was
the world
forced
down.
he's been, John Marston has been blackmailed by his government, murdering his old gang. Then out of nowhere, the old government's so full of dirt, he just killed him. That's
Red Dead
bullshit,
Redemption didn't
man.
just give you missions. It gave you the ability to explore a continent's worth of gaming possibilities.
So it's GTA meeting the Old West.
The whole entire time, you could absolutely absolutely do that. Or you could follow a main storyline and actually have like the directed quest lines and everything and not get distracted by, you know, the prostitute that needed to be rescued.
Yeah, I got the game. Never beat it.
The best DLC for Red Dead Redemption is Undead Nightmare. Because like Resident Evil and Evil West.
The Red Dead Redemption soundtrack was a standout on its own.
All the music in the game is actually
You murder zombies with holy fire, holy water, pierce them through a stake, burn their burial sites, riding on the four horsemen of the apocalypse,
Amazing music, a troubled hero.
shooting them in the heads, decapacitating them, beheading them. Oh man, it is just epic. And roping them up, stringing them up, lighting them on fire, ram them through a train. That's just, it's like GTA.
Snuck up behind us and knocked us out cold. Coming in at number 45, it's Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid, I gotta take you out for this one. Metal Gear Solid is like a classic.
Solid joined the extremely popular Metal Gear franchise in 1998, with players inhabiting the role of retired super spy, Solid Snake.
Yeah, Snake is just like this ultra solo stealth badass.
Yep, Metal Gear Solid, legendary Konami franchise ever made.
It was amazing because all of its boss battles
Courtesy of
were so
Hideo
completely
Kojima,
unique
whom
and different.
Konami kicked out. You know, I'm actually freaking pissed Konami actually kicked out Hideo Kojima. What gave them the right to do that? I mean, how the hell could they do that? They have no right. If you ask me, Hideo Kojima could either be next in line to take over the whole entire Konami company, or start his own company, which he did right now. Yep, Metal Gear Solid is all about stealth, surprise attack, murder,
You just try to kill as many people as possible.
shooting,
But in Metal Gear, it's a strategy. You gotta sneak around.
you name it.
The first time I played it, it was just like, what is this game? Like, I would hide on the wall, knock on the wall.
You're trying to be sneaky when somebody sees you, they get a big
Yep, you can do surprise attacks.
Dink, makes that noise.
They spot you, the exclamation mark pops, and it sounds like Zzz.
Dope people out of remember, you know what I'm saying? It was like a real sneaky game.
Yeah, so sneaky that you do
Metal Gear Solid
explosions.
will always be the best of the bunch.
They pushed the boundaries of gaming at the time further than any other game I'd seen.
Oh, there goes Sniper Wolf.
Coming up next, one of the most controversial game series ever.
What about this?
Yeah, controversial, but funny and great.
Plus, the game that changed Mario forever.
Oh, this is really scary. It's 3D. It's real.
But first,
Yep,
which of
anything
these
can be
is
real.
the best-selling game in the Mario Brothers series? The answer when we return.
Sorry, but I'm gonna have to skip that. I already know the answer to that, so I don't have to shout it out loud.
The answer? The original Super Mario Brothers. It flew off the shelves over 40 million times. Our next game is the most recent release in a series that's as groundbreaking as it is controversial.
Oh yeah.
Number 44, Grand Theft Auto 4.
Oh yeah. Major
Released in
improvement.
2008, GTA 4 became an instant classic.
Grand
Yep.
Theft Auto 4
Like
is a lot
GTA
like
3
Grand Theft
before
Auto
it.
3, but it's a big upgrade in terms of graphics, in terms of the overall gameplay of the world.
So the whole Grand Theft Auto series, I think, kind of hit a high watermark with Grand Theft Auto.
I never played GTA 4 before, but when I first played the first 3 GTA games, I was like, I can literally do whatever I want in this
You
world.
find yourself getting into a lot of trouble.
Drive and run around the city, beat up people, murder anybody, buy as many weapons as possible, and pick up women and make out with them. Buy food, train yourself, do cheat codes, do stunts, whatever. I mean, well, the first time I played GTA for the PS2, I I was very young back then, and a friend of mine let me play, and I had no idea what kind of game it is at first. But when I tried, when I found out that I could do whatever I wanted in there, I mean, I can light anybody on fire and chop people's heads off with chainsaws, ram people over in cars, and crash landing on buildings. Oh my god, it was so hilarious to me back then. Vicious, but funny at the same time. Oh man, if there are cops chasing after me, I shoot them all with the bazooka and clear the path. And if I do perfect stunts, I get paid real bucks for it in there. Oh my god, I did it once, I had no idea it would go such a thing.
Or sometimes I'll just start cracking on people and just murdering them just solidly.
Yep, it's like you can begin a small war anytime you want.
Up next, one of the greatest blast the crap out of everything games of all time.
What is this? Is this based on Unreal Tournament?
Number 43, we give you Quake 3 Arena.
Oh, Quake 3. Quake 3 Arena.
If you've got balls, if you've got games,
TJ Miller,
really
hands down, one of the best comedy guys ever lived.
I think it's
one of the best comedians ever lived.
Released to PCs in 1999, Quake 3 Arena struggled
End of the 20th century.
rocket blasting fun.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, I loved Quake. That game, inspired a lot of other games.
Yep, such as Call of Duty, maybe Unreal Tournaments, and
it has to be fun what you're doing at the keyboard and the mouse.
hell, even like maybe Counter-Strike.
And while shooting at anything that moves sounds easy, not getting blown to jibs by the legions of fanatical id fans was anything but.
Quake 3 Arena's introduction to jibs in the modern lexicon has led me to walk around constantly looking for blown up pieces of people. But there aren't any, because our cities keep the streets clean.
First-person shooters today obviously are probably the biggest business out there. But if you want to truly find out if you're good at first-person shooters, pick up Quake 3 and play it. My answer, I'm terrible.
Just because of how intense it was. It was one of those games where you'd come out of it and you'd feel like you'd actually been in war. You'd come out kind of sweaty and feel like you've done your own little nom time in front of your laptop while you're eating ho-hos.
It is amazing how good the people got at that game.
Oh no, not that game.
And now, a side-scrolling adventure that challenged, befuddled, and slowly drove an entire generation of players insane.
This game was the difficulty equivalent of repeating
My god, the most ultimate hardest video game ever made for the NES. I regret buying this.
It's Ghosts and Goblins.
Frustration.
Oh my god. First play this, just made it through the...
That could almost
My god, it drive me and Tony Luigi insane. I mean, my god, I hate Ghosts and Goblins so much. Hardest, exceptionally face-melting game ever made.
If you're lucky. Next hit, you're dead. Sorry, kid. Go home.
You're a knight. You have to go.
You're a knight, and you had to rescue your future wife from some beast of a thing. And you're running around shooting knives at demons. Zombies keep on resurrecting, bats are everywhere. You get hit the first time, your armor shatters, and it feels like you're running around in your trousers out of a swimming pool or a pajama party. This is freaking embarrassing. And the second hit, you're dead. You automatically turn to bones.
Every level twice.
Oh my god, man.
Oh, the thing that drove me mad about
makes you so frustrating, makes you want to hit your head on the window multiple times.
I'll never forget, at the very end it says, congratulations, with no S at the end. How hard is it to just say congratulations?
Who would put no S in congratulations and shorten it to congratulation? That's stupid. Oh, yeah.
That helped revolutionize 3D.
Oh, there she is.
Ending at number 41 is Super Mario 64.
Here we go! Oh man, greatest Mario game of all time, hands down, no doubt.
Released in the summer of 1996, Super Mario 64 added a whole new dimension to Nintendo's most recognizable franchise.
The very first true 3D game ever made. And the Mario franchise gets the first honor to do it.
It was like the culmination of video games at the time. That was it.
That was the first time I really paid attention to a Mario game, and it just blew my mind. It was one of the main reasons I stopped making PC games and started getting really into console games, because I started playing them a lot because of Mario 64.
This was some good right here.
Huh.
Beat that part out. My mistake.
While Mario 64 changed just about everything for Mario, it
Yeah,
changed
literally.
the fact that Princess Peach had to be saved again.
Yep. But
Are they together? Are they dating? Is this just a
you know what? I was just wondering the same thing. They should get married.
We all know
Mario and Peach. Here we go! Yeah, when Mario catches the star, you always twirl around and the star floats up in his head. And you shout, "Here we go!" And you try bigger worlds, better bosses, and you just travel through
Yeah, I remember like
random levels by going through the paintings through each door. But to unlock doors, you have to keep on collecting more stars throughout each level, depending on the world you enter.
The 3D
And
world
the coins
of
not only
Mario
serve as
64
points, but
allowed
also
players
as
to
life
battle Bowser and
to
his
restore your
minions in a
life
whole new
energy.
way.
And you get behind Bowser and you grab his tail and you spin it.
You face Bowser in 3D for the first time. And you go behind him, grab his tail, and then just like spin him around, and then let him go until he hits one of those spike bombs to finish him off.
so innovative, and you still see it today.
And Mario 64 is the first time I actually see underwater swimming in the gameplay. And it's just, it's surreal. I mean, I had no idea something like this could finally be accomplished.
Super Mario 64 not only solidified Nintendo's standing in a new age of console gaming, it changed the way people play games forever.
Exactly. It's living proof. So glad I was born alongside with this game and Resident Evil and Pokemon.
Coming up on the top 100 video games of all time.
Definitely Halo guy.
Master Chief shoots them
Halo.
up.
I'll punch out.
Them down.
Mike Tyson. I was coming after his ass.
The biggest games of today.
Joker and Bane.
Oh, Batman.
They're untouchable, man.
Take on the all-time classics.
Zelda, Pac-Man.
And only one will survive.
Best game of all time.
We're counting down the final 40 when the top 100 video games of all time continues.
All right, and this concludes part 3 of my reaction to GeForce Top 100. So yeah, there's the end of part 3, and only 2 more parts left until the finale to part 5. It's gonna be exceptionally memorable for me. Well, okay, guys, tune in next time for part 4 of the miniseries of my reaction to it. So, okay, see you all next time. Until then, we got you all covered. So for now, Mario Marco out. See you all for part 4.